Hello, thriving friends. Happy new week, happy new day, happy new month. Oh, come on in the room. Where is my thing? Here is my thing. All right, come on in the room. Welcome wherever you are joining us from. We are streaming on multiple pages, on multiple platforms as well. So you could be joining us from Facebook. We are on 4 Star Radio and TV. We are on Thrive with Doc G, which is my personal page. And then we are also streaming on Thriving Generation Africa. And then we are streaming on LinkedIn, on Twitter. So wherever you are joining us from, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please go ahead and share this with your friends. Let your thriving friends join us and we will all learn together. So I'll give you 2 seconds. 2 seconds is too small. Okay, 10. 10 seconds. Go ahead and share the link with people. I will also be looking around to share my link. If you see me turn around, it's because I have another screen here that helps me keep track on the other platforms, just making sure that everything is working okay. So, welcome, welcome, welcome once again. We are going ahead to start in less than a minute. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, I see that we are streaming live on Thriving Generation Africa. I can also see that it's working nicely on Thrive with Doc G. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, thank you all for joining. Go ahead and get started. If this is our first time meeting, hi, 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 hi. Give me 2 minutes. It's left with one platform I can't see, so I have to see. Hold on 1 second. Ah, okay, now I can see everything. I think we are good to go. Beautiful. Beautiful life. Oh God, I don't even know what I'm singing. But hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I see that people are hopping on. Keep on hopping on. When you get here, please go ahead and share the video. Let others know that we are live. We are here and we're excited to be sharing with you something very, very, very practical this week. So if this is our first time meeting, hi, my name is Dr. G. That is my social media name. I love it. But I'm also Dr. Grace Kakari and I am a success and wellness advocate. We meet here every week and we discuss different topics related to success and holistic wellness. So if this is your first time joining us, it's okay. You are welcome. Don't be a stranger. Just go ahead and follow us wherever you are. Depending on the platform you are on, you may be asked to support, like, share, whatever option they give you, please take it. Take it and be with us. Join the family. And then we do have a YouTube channel where we put these recorded videos, and the recorded videos will be on Thriving Generation with Doc G, and that will be on YouTube. So please go ahead and subscribe and make sure that you are on track when it comes to everything we are doing here. So for the past 6 weeks, we've been guided by a very simple concept. We've been talking about holistic wellness. We've been looking at the different dimensions of health and wellness. If you are not familiar with the dimensions of health and wellness, let me show you right now. Here they are. There are 8 different dimensions of health and wellness. Depending on where you are, you may find 6, you may find 7, you may find 4. People merge them however they want. But we are going with the 8 dimensions, and we've looked at different ones so far. We've looked at emotional wellness, we've looked at occupational wellness, we've looked at financial wellness, we've looked at physical wellness, and today we are going ahead to look at social wellness. And the whole idea is that for us thriving friends to have a balanced life, we need to pay attention to different aspects of our lives. We need to pay attention to the many dimensions in our lives that makes us whole, right? Holistic well-being. So today I'm excited to be having a fun discussion with a thriving sister. We are looking at why social wellness matters in today's digital age. And joining us today is Doc. Please unmute.
I always forget that I'm muted. Hi.
Hi. Oh, Please, I'll be calling her Dr. AJ, okay? Even though I know that she is on track to becoming a doctor. Please, where is my thing? I have this nice picture I'm coming to show off. Oh, look at the picture. The picture doesn't look even.
You know,
Hey.
they would take this face.
Oh, doctor, forgive me. But anyway, I could only put PhD students there, but I do know that you are wearing multiple hats. So can you go ahead and introduce yourself to the thriving generation? Then we'll move on from there.
Okay, so everyone calls me AJ currently. My name is AJwa. I am a doctoral student at IU, like Dr. G pointed out, but I'm also a doctoral intern at the Kennedy Krieger Institute, affiliated with Johns Hopkins, and I do um, parent behavior training in a clinic, a pediatric developmental disorders clinic.
I see. Hey, dog. This your bro friend. I was following us like a sheep. Okay, I caught John Hopkins in there. Okay, and then what else? Hey, doctor.
So Kennedy Krieger Institute is it's also like it's like a hospital. So we do lots of behavioral therapy, but there's other areas like there's a clinic for animal assisted therapy. I know nothing about it. So yeah, all I'm just like a small cog in the wheel in the behavioral psych department. I'm just an intern in their clinic for pediatric developmental disabilities.
I wish I could believe that you are the small whatever you are saying. Please, you're a big fish. We won't mind you. But look, today we are talking about social wellness. We are talking about how we can maintain healthy relationships all around us. So, I mean, you are my thriving friend. I know that you are doing very well. Please tell us, why is it important to develop healthy relationship with others?
I'm just going to speak from personal experience.
Course, yes.
And I will say that for me, developing relationships has really transformed situations that could have ended kind of badly. I'm gonna first like moving here. Dr. G, you didn't even know me, but you're one of the first people to receive me. I feel like other people in the Ghanaian community in Bloomington were very like, open arms and just forming those relationships. Like it's been 5 years now, but I feel like they add so much value to my life. But also just thinking about my family back home. The beauty of social media is I woke up to the news this morning that my sister just had her baby, and I was able to
Congratulations.
so I was able to see the picture of the baby, find out how mommy and baby are doing. Excuse me. So just keeping those relationships going, it adds, like now I go into my day excited because there's a new member of my family. And that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't in touch with them, if I wasn't still, constantly going on. Like, I mean, now I'm waiting on the official name, but we know that's Oyefia, So
Mm,
um, I feel like that's why it's important because of how much those relationships enrich our lives.
I see. I see. That's wonderful. And congrats, Auntie AJ.
Thank you.
You should send the baby a gift. Eh?
Yeah.
I I appreciate that you shared from a personal perspective. There are multiple definitions I've come across, and I want us to look at this one that says social wellness is related to healthy relationships with friends, family, and the community. And you did mention community in your experience. You did mention family in your experience, and they also talk about having an interest in and concern for the needs of others and humankind. Doc, from your personal experience, what would you say about this?
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna go back to that first, a couple months of when I moved here. And if people like you and other people from Ghana that lived there didn't have an interest in humankind and the needs of others, my first few months would have been a very different experience. But I literally had, someone show up with a rice cooker. I had you take me to the grocery store. Like it's the
Doc,
little
please, I don't
things
remember. Stop that
you
there.
better remember. But it's just little things, Those little things, just just having an interest in someone else, like just we never know what someone else is going through.
Yeah.
So having an interest in someone else, showing paying some attention to their needs, like just anticipating, even like, oh, she's moving here, she's not going to know where the grocery store is. Okay, let's drive into the grocery store.
Yeah.
It may seem like a little thing at the time, but it can make such a big difference in the lives of others.
Yeah.
So from personal experience, I think that that's something that we really need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I think we sometimes underestimate how much impact we can make with some of these little things. When somebody moves into a new space, what can you do to support the person? Not much, not much. I mean, if you buy me a car, I'll love it, but that's not how.
It's
Sometimes
coming.
it's coming there.
It's
I
coming.
see.
What model
Sometimes
do you
just,
want?
ooh, this which one is expensive? This if you are going, we have to go big.
Yeah,
So
so yeah, go big or go
go
home.
big, go huge. But anyway, it could just be taking the person for lunch. It could just be what are some of the simple things showing the person around town so that life could be a little bit easier for the person? I really wanted to have this conversation with you because you've lived in multiple places. You schooled in the UK and then moved to the US, and even within the US now you're in a different state from the one you originally moved to. So how can you compare some of these differences and the impact they made on your life?
Yeah, so I think the UK was a very different experience because my mom has some family that lives there, and I could spend my breaks with them. And I didn't really think about how much that makes a difference in terms of like what your breaks look like, right? Because over here, like usually when it's Christmas, like people are very well meaning and they say, AJ, like, what are you doing for Christmas? And then I say, oh, maybe I'm spending it alone. And like, oh, you don't have to, you can come spend it with me and my family. And it's a great invitation. And yeah, I take people up on it. But it's obviously not the same as when I lived in England and I could just spend Christmas with, my aunt's family.
Okay.
Um, and wake up in the morning to, her beautiful cooking. It's also not the same as when I was home with my own, nuclear family. So, um, I feel like it's just the the communities that you get, they're all great and they support you in different ways. It's just you can tell like there's different layers to it, if that makes sense.
I like that. I like that. Thanks for sharing though. So I actually also wanted to hit a little bit on what international students may go through when they move into different communities. AJ, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And you talking about holidays, I noticed that during the last Thanksgiving that there were several international students who have nowhere to go. They are just there, and then there are others who also don't have anywhere to go during Christmas. But how have you experienced anything where not necessarily in person, maybe somebody is saying, I'm shy, I don't want to be getting into other people's businesses? Are there some ways where we can connect with others, family, friends, without necessarily feeling like we are getting into people's business or we are intruding?
Yeah. I think this is the beauty of living in the age that we do, right? I love that, on Christmas Day, I could do like a video call with my entire family. So even though I was here and it was like I was alone, I still got to have that community because I could insist and be like, no, we're doing a video call, even though we're all in different time zones.
Mhm.
We're doing a video call at this time. And I think that that's some of the ways that we can capitalize on the resources that we have access to now.
Mhm.
So even if you can't go in someone's, like you don't want to go in someone's personal space, can you arrange maybe like a Zoom dinner date or
Mm.
Zoom lunch? One of my friends and I, she lives in South Carolina. I live here. We get together once a month and we just have drinks on Zoom and catch up on what our life is. And that makes such a difference because I feel like I know what's going on with her, even though I haven't seen her in a while.
That's nice. That's really nice. After the call, I'll get the details on the friend. What kind of friend? And I need all the information. So after the call. But thank you, Thriving Friends, for joining. We have some friends joining on different platforms. We can't see all of them here, but Isaac is on. We see that Frederick is on. Samuel is on. And then when it comes to the YouTube and the Facebook, I can't tell exactly who because I'm using my laptop. If you're using a phone, the names will pop up. But if
Mhm.
you're using a laptop, you just see numbers. But thank you everybody for joining. When you get here, please like and share so that others can join our conversation. And we are just taking a moment to talk about social wellness, how we can connect with people, how we can build healthy relationships. I'll go ahead to share this with you, Doc. This definition I really appreciate. It says social wellness is building and engaging in trusting, respectful, and authentic relationships. I've seen several kinds of relationships. I cannot say that they are all authentic. I cannot say that they are all respectful. Have you had any experience where you had to withdraw from some relationships because they were not healthy, they were not respectful?
Yeah. I mean, as human beings, not everyone won't like us, and we won't like everyone, right? Like, it's just a natural part of life. But I think the biggest for me was leaving the church I was part of when I lived in Bloomington,
Mm,
because I realized that the impact it was having on me was not healthy. Like, it got to the point where it felt like I was feeling pressure to impress like the leadership as opposed to like being worried about whether God was impressed with me. And by that, I mean, like I was trying my best and, making time for it when I could, but then I was still getting the, oh, you need to make more time for God. And it was like physically just impossible. Right. And so there was that added stress
mm,
of making sure that, they think that I'm making time, like they see visibly that I'm making time when I knew in my personal relationship that I was. So at an institutional level, I feel like that was it. But then I've also had friends who felt like, um, their perception of our friendship wasn't the same as mine, and that just led to disruption of the friendship. And it's unfortunate, and forever we'll regret those losing those relationships. But at the same time, like everyone's in your life for a season, and you really have to enjoy them while they're there. And then if they're no longer there, you're thankful for the value that they added, but you recognize like it's time to move on.
yeah. Yeah, it can be hurtful to walk away from some relationships, but it's okay to move on. It's okay to run away before some relationships destroy your life. That is amazing. Doc, we know that you have an appointment coming up and you have to go. But thinking about your personal life, the multiple countries you've been on, how have you been thriving? Genuinely, people want to connect. People want to do well socially. You have a lot going on. You're a full-time student. You are doing an internship. How are you able to balance the whole life thing? I know it won't be perfect, but you talked about your family. I know you are very well connected with your family for that, yes. But aside family connection, how can we also get involved in our communities and with other people, new people we don't know?
Yeah. So I think this year when I was moving here for the internship, one of the things I said I was going to prioritize was being social. So I said to the other interns, I've decided that this year I'm saying yes to social things. So every weekend I try to, besides doing my writing for my dissertation, make time to do at least one social thing. But then also when I moved here, I went and found where the library was, because I find that the library can be a great place to meet
Mm,
people if you're interested in books like me, if you're a nerd. I haven't had as much time to go there as I would like since I moved here, but just knowing that I have that resource, and I get like newsletters occasionally about events that they're having. So that can be another way to kind of find out about what's going on in the community. And then I've joined like the neighborhood groups for where I live. So occasionally I can see, oh, there's going to be this event like super close to me. I could walk to it. And then in those ways, I'm able to, branch out and meet new people, but then at the same time, be able to keep up with the different aspects of my life. And I'm not saying it's perfect. Like there's some weeks when I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been this social when I have so much work to do. But then those things also bring fulfillment, right? Like you go into the week, feeling like you've taken a break from the pressures of your working life. So that's how I been doing it for the most part.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate this insight. And then we hope that our thriving friends listening to you will take a nugget from that and, try not to be isolated. Try not to just be. Depression is rising and rising and rising. And some of these things can really help. Dr. AJ. And I don't know when I started calling you Dr. AJ, but now I can't even reverse. I'm just waiting for next year, then I'll come for the graduation and it will be official. Uh-huh. But AJ just shared with us just being conscious and saying that this year, this is what I will do. So just decide that you will do something. Doc, before you go, I'm going to show you my picture.
Okay.
Hey,
Mhm.
see me.
Oh,
Share.
dog.
I went to town. Done
Listen.
with.
Nobody does it
I
better.
was so shy.
Nobody does it better, dog.
But I know one of the ladies in the picture, and her husband has a band, which is the one behind the picture.
No
Kenny's Classic. It's
way.
beautiful. They play these old timers songs, and we went there. She's like, just come and wear this skirt. Let's go and dance. I have a child sleeping in the car. Okay, husband, I'll be right back. I'll be in the house.
Love
But just
it.
being conscious. Almost every time there's something social going on, I also have something else, a reason not to go.
Yeah.
But making that conscious effort that I want to do this, I want to be a part of this, will be great. So, Doc, I'm going to let you go in the next minute. Any final words for your thriving friends before you go?
I say don't beat yourself up about, what you're able to do. And by that I mean, like, sometimes we can also get caught up, like if we're like, oh, I this year I want to be social, and then life circumstances don't permit it. Then we start to feel bad for not being able to do the things that we said. So I think, being giving yourself some grace, and then recognizing, like, am I doing the best I can at this given time? And if the answer is yes, then be okay with that.
Yeah.
Is what my thinking is.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We wish you the very, very best. Continue to thrive. Continue to thrive. And we are looking forward to seeing you soon and coming for the graduation next year.
All right. It's actually in a couple months. So
Hey! Wow, how many months now?
it's in May, so maybe like
Oh, this year, May.
uh-huh.
I thought you should have told me. I need to buy my ticket. Please, where's my husband? My husband, wherever you are, we are driving to Bloomington. Oh, amazing, amazing. Congratulations. See, they say confess it. I've been calling you dog for the past 3 years or so. Now it's official.
It's
Dr.
about to be
A.
official.
We,
Really
we,
just
we
finishes
are so
dissertation.
excited. Keep thriving. Just keep going and never stop. Never stop.
Thank you,
We'll
Doc.
be in touch. And
Thanks for having me also.
we need a graduation picture. So
Okay.
thank you so much, AJ, for joining us.
Okay.
Okay, thriving friends, that was amazing. We thank AJ for her time. She has an appointment soon, so she has to go. But we are going to continue with our conversation briefly before we get offline. AJ introduced us to different things. If you are now joining us, hi, thriving friends, welcome. If I say AJ, we just spoke with soon to be Dr. AJ Asumeni Adam. Okay, her first name is Sequia. I don't know where the J came from. She left before I could ask her, so please, I'm sorry. But she is a thriving friend. We've had her on the Thriving Generation YouTube channel before, and I'm excited to bring her here. I see how she makes an effort to connect with the society, and she has been abroad for a while, but she's so in touch with her family. It's such a beautiful thing to see when she's connecting with her mom, her sisters, and her younger brother. It's just beautiful, and I thought we could all learn something from each other. It's not perfect, but what can we do? So we've been working with this definition, and I will share with you if you're now joining us. There are several definitions for social wellness. The first one we looked at was this lovely one, which says social wellness involves healthy relationship with friends, family, and community. And then the second part talks about having an interest in and concern for the needs of others and mankind. This week, even if we don't learn anything, we should know that we can have concern for the needs of others. What can you do in your own small corner? And I like using small corner because sometimes we are thinking too big. We think that we have to do something mighty, or we have to be in a great company to make an impact, or we have to join a non-profit organization to make an impact. No, wherever you are, whichever city you are in, whichever town you are in, you can do something to make an impact in somebody's life. You can connect, you can also give. Okay. If you have children who have moved on to a certain age, you don't need their clothing anymore. Is there somebody around who could benefit from those clothing? Please give them out. Okay. If you have excess food, if you receive this kinky, hey, kinky, Mameli, this is for you. You receive kinky. You have to think about your other friends living in North Dakota and send them some of the kinky. You see what I mean? And if you have shito, you add the shito to it. That is how we make impact. Okay, we try and help other people around us. If you cook that nice jollof rice and you know your friend likes jollof rice, share the jollof rice. I only like nice jollof rice. And if you have goat inside, that would be great. Okay. I've told you my preference. Okay. Hi, Jillian. Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful. Jillian is my sister in law. She's so awesome. Thank you for joining us. Hey, 8 o'clock. All right. So then the other definition I want us to look at before we hop off will be social wellness being building and engaging in trusting, respectful, and authentic relationships. Please, as we go on, let us know that it's okay to walk away from relationships that are not beneficial to us. It's okay to walk away from relationships that are hurting you. It's okay to walk away from relationships that are draining. So, the first definition, we are going to care for our community, we are going to do things for people. But this time round, this second definition, I love that it's about us, it's about you and I, and how we can thrive as people. Look around you, look at the relationships you are in. It's okay to walk around away, sorry, not around. Maybe you can walk around and see if it will change, but it's okay to walk away from relationships that are not beneficial. And please make an effort to also build some good connection around you. Make sure you have good friends around you. Make sure you have somebody you can call on when you're in trouble. Do not stay by yourself and be depressed. Do not hide your problems. We all have problems. The fact that I'm not talking about mine doesn't mean my life is perfect. So whatever you are going in, if going through, sorry, if you have a trusted friend, make use of the person. If you have a trusted community, make use of the community. If you don't have, then let this be the day one that you start searching for people to build a relationship with. I am away from home, but I do have a prayer group that we meet every lunch. I'm not able to join every lunch, but we are connected every single day of the week. I also have other friends I connect to on WhatsApp, group. There are different groups here and there, so you get a little bit of fun from here, you get a little bit of seriousness from here, you get a little bit of spiritual wellness from here, just trying to make sure that you are connected. And the picture I was sharing with AJ before she left, I'll just show that to you right now. It's my local community. We try, my husband and I just try to get involved in things that we like. And this is music. We love music, so when there is something going on, we try to just get involved. So I'll just encourage you, wherever you are, whatever your interest is, please find something to get involved in. Just do something. Don't get isolated, don't get depressed, don't belittle yourself. Don't think that you are the only one with problems in the world. Let people not start telling you their problems you can bear, but try and enrich your life in all these dimensions we are talking about. Next week, we are going on to intellectual wellness. We are taking control. Okay. And then after that, we will clean off. The last dimension that we have to talk about will be the spiritual wellness. But please, this week, your assignment, wherever you are, whatever you are going to do, will be to make sure that you are engaged in trusting, respectful, and authentic relationships. If you are engaging in any relationship that wouldn't qualify in these categories, please run away. Take very, very, very good care of yourselves and let us continue to thrive. As I leave you, my thriving friends, I will encourage you on whichever platform you are to connect. Connect with us, share our content. Let us thrive together. That is how we do it. We will grow, but make sure that you are part of our journey. You are part of our journey. So if you're watching on Facebook, you can just check Thrive with Dov G. You can do the same on YouTube. You can do the same on Twitter. Wherever you are, make an effort to share this video, like this video, and just thrive with us. I appreciate you. Be well, thrive holistically, and I will see you next week. Take care.